Long ago, in a small village in Nigeria, there lived a little girl named Amanda. Amanda had soft brown skin and big shining eyes. She loved to smile. She loved to run in the open field behind her house. She loved to sit beside her mother in the evening and help her pick stones from rice. She loved when her father carried her on his shoulders and called her, "My small queen." Amanda's father's name was Emeka. He was not rich. He was a carpenter. He made chairs, tables, and small wooden beds. Her mother's name was Grace. She sold tomatoes and pepper in the market. They did not have much money, but they had love. Their house was small and made of mud, but inside it was full of laughter. Every night, they ate together. After food, her father would tell stories. Amanda would sit on the floor and rest her head on her mother's lap. She felt warm. One rainy season, something bad happened. Her father fell sick. At first, they thought it was small fever. He said he would be fine, but the fever did not go away. He stopped going to work. He stopped eating well. Amanda watched him lie on the mat, sweating and breathing fast. Her mother cried quietly at night. They took him to the small clinic in the next village. The nurse gave him drugs, but the drugs did not help. His body became weak. One morning before the sun came out, Amanda woke up and saw her mother shaking him. "Emeka, Emeka," her mother called, but he did not answer. Amanda did not understand at first. She stood there and watched. Then she saw tears fall from her mother's eyes onto her father's face. Her father was gone. Amanda screamed. She ran to him. She shook his arm. "Papa, please wake up." But he did not move. That was the first day Amanda felt her heart break. After her father was buried, things became hard. Very hard. Her mother tried her best. She carried heavy baskets of tomatoes on her head. She walked long distances to sell in bigger markets. She came home tired every day. But she still smiled at Amanda. "My daughter, you must go to school," her mother would say. "You must become somebody great." Amanda nodded. She wanted to make her mother proud. But sorrow did not finish with them. One hot afternoon, while coming back from the market, her mother was hit by a fast car on the main road. People gathered, they shouted, they carried her to the clinic. Amanda was in school when someone came to call her. "Amanda, come quickly." Her legs shook as she ran. When she reached the clinic, she saw her mother lying on a bed. Her clothes were stained with blood. Her mother looked at her. Her eyes were weak. "Amanda," she whispered. "Mama, I am here," Amanda cried. "Be strong, my child. God will help you." Those were the last words she heard. That same evening, her mother died. Amanda became an orphan. She was only 10 years old. During the burial, many people came. Some cried, some whispered, some just looked. After everything, people began to talk about where Amanda would go. Her mother had a younger brother named Uncle Bodhi. He lived in the city with his wife and 3 children. He worked as a driver for a rich man. Uncle Bode stood up and said, "She is my sister's child. I will take her." People nodded. They said he was kind. Amanda packed her small bag. Inside it she put her school books, 2 dresses, and a small photo of her parents. She looked at her house one last time. The mango tree where she used to play, the small wooden chair her father made, the cooking pot her mother used every day. She cried silently. Uncle Bode took her to the city. The city was big and noisy. Cars moved fast. People shouted. Everything felt strange. When they reached his house, Amanda stood at the gate. The house was not very big, but it was bigger than her parents' house. She felt small. Her aunt, Aunty Ronke, opened the door. She looked at Amanda from head to toe. "So this is her?" she asked. "Yes," Uncle Bode said. "She will stay with us." Aunty Ronke did not smile. She said. "Come inside." Amanda greeted her softly. "Good evening, Ma." Her cousins were standing behind the door, 2 boys and 1 girl. They stared at her like she was not human. That night, Amanda slept on a thin mat in the kitchen. She told herself she would help in the house and be loved again. But things began to change. The next morning, before the sun came out, Aunty Ronki shook her. "Wake up, lazy girl." Amanda opened her eyes quickly. "Go and fetch water," her aunt said, pointing to 2 big buckets. Amanda carried them. The well was far. Her hands hurt, but she said nothing. When she came back, her cousins were eating bread and egg. She stood there, hoping someone would give her some. "Why are you standing?" her aunt shouted. "Go and wash the plates." Amanda washed plates while they ate. After that, she swept the compound. She washed clothes. She cleaned the toilet. She cooked rice. She bathed the youngest child. She did not go to school that day. In the evening, she gathered courage. "Auntie, when will I start school?" she asked softly. Her aunt laughed. "Your parents did not leave money for us." Amanda looked at Uncle Bode. He looked away. From that day, Amanda stopped being a child. She became a house girl. Every day she woke up before everyone. She slept after everyone. She ate last. Sometimes she ate only leftovers. Sometimes she did not eat at all. If she broke a plate, she was slapped. If food had too much salt, she was beaten. If the baby cried, she was blamed. Her cousins laughed at her. Orphan, they called her. That word hurt more than any slap. At night, Amanda would lie on her mat and hold the photo of her parents. "Mama, Papa, I miss you," she would whisper. Tears would fall quietly. One day her aunt accused her of stealing meat from the pot. "I did not take it," Amanda cried. "Liar," her aunt shouted. She beat her with a broom until Amanda's back burned. Uncle Bode was in the house, but he did nothing. Amanda began to grow thin. Her clothes became loose. Her hands became rough. The smile she once had slowly disappeared. Sometimes she would stand by the window and watch children in uniform walk to school. She wanted to run and join them. She wanted to hold books again. She wanted to learn. But instead, she scrubbed floors. One Sunday, they all dressed up for church. Amanda thought she would follow them. "Where are you going?" her aunt asked. "To church, Ma," Amanda said. "Stay and cook. Someone must guard the house." They locked her inside. She sat alone and cried. Weeks turned into months. Amanda turned 11. No one celebrated her birthday. One night, something worse happened. Her aunt's gold earring went missing. Everyone was called into the sitting room. "Who took it?" her aunt shouted. The children said no. Then her aunt looked at Amanda. "It must be you." "I did not take it," Amanda said, shaking. Her aunt slapped her hard. Her head hit the wall. Uncle Bode stood up. "Search her bag," he said. They opened her small bag. They threw out her clothes and books. The photo of her parents fell on the floor. The earring was not there, but her aunt was not satisfied. "You are a thief," she said. "From today, you will not eat meat in this house." Later that night, the earring was found under her aunt's pillow, but no one said sorry to Amanda. No one hugged her. No one cared. She kept everything inside her heart. One afternoon, while washing clothes outside, she fainted. A neighbor woman named Mama Titi saw her. "Hey, what happened?" she shouted. Amanda woke up slowly. "You are too small to be doing all this work," Mama Titi said softly. Amanda wanted to talk. She wanted to tell everything, but fear closed her mouth. When her aunt came outside, she forced a fake smile. "She is just lazy," Aunty Ronki said. "She pretends too much." Mama Titi looked at Amanda's thin arms. She did not look convinced. That night, Amanda's stomach hurt badly. She had not eaten since morning. She curled on her mat and cried quietly. She remembered her mother's words, "Be strong, my child." But she was tired, very tired. One day, Uncle Bode called her. "Come here," he said. She stood in front of him. "You must start helping my friend's wife in her shop. After housework, you will go there." Amanda's heart dropped. That meant more work. She nodded slowly. The next day, after sweeping and cooking, she followed him to a small shop where a woman named Iya Kemi sold drinks and biscuits. "You will wash bottles and clean here," Iya Kemi said. Amanda worked there till evening. When she returned home, she still had to cook dinner. She felt like her body was no longer hers. She was only 12, but her childhood was gone. One rainy evening, while she was washing plates outside, thunder struck loudly. She got scared and dropped a plate. It broke. Her aunt rushed out. "You useless girl," she shouted. She beat Amanda in the rain. Rain mixed with tears on Amanda's face. That night, Amanda looked at the sky through the small kitchen window. "Mama," she whispered, "are you seeing me?" Her heart felt empty. But deep inside her, a small light was still alive. A small hope. She did not know how. She did not know when. But she prayed that one day, her life would change. One afternoon, something happened that made her heart beat fast. A car parked in front of the house. A woman stepped out. She was well dressed. She looked calm and kind. Amanda watched from the window. The woman knocked on the door. When Aunty Ronke opened, the woman said, "Good afternoon. My name is Aunty Ifeoma. I am looking for a girl named Amanda." Amanda's heart skipped. How did she know her name? Aunty Ronke frowned. "What do you want with her?" "I heard about her," the woman said gently, "and I would like to see her." Amanda stood frozen inside the kitchen. For the first time in many months, she felt something she had almost forgotten. Hope. And her hands began to shake as her aunt called out loudly, "Amanda, come here." Amanda wiped her wet hands on her old skirt. Her heart was beating fast. She walked slowly from the kitchen to the sitting room. When she entered, she saw the woman clearly. The woman's eyes were soft, not hard like Aunty Ronke's eyes, not cold like Uncle Bode's eyes when he looked away. "Amanda?" the woman asked gently. "Yes, ma," Amanda answered, her voice small. The woman smiled. "I am Ifeoma. I knew your mother, Grace." Amanda's eyes grew wide. "You knew my mama?" she whispered. "Yes, we were friends when we were young. We sold in the same market before I moved to the city." No one had said her mother's name with love for a long time. Aunty Ronke crossed her arms. "So, why are you here?" she asked. Aunty Ifeoma looked at Amanda again. She noticed the thin arms, the rough hands, the small scars on her leg, the tired eyes. "I came because someone from the village told me what happened to her parents," she said calmly. "I only found out recently." Uncle Bode cleared his throat. Yes, it was very sad," he said quickly. Aunty Ifeoma nodded slowly. "I would like to talk to Amanda alone, if you don't mind." Aunty Ronke did mind, but she forced a small smile. "Go ahead," she said. Amanda and Aunty Ifeoma stepped outside to the small compound. The air was quiet. "Amanda," the woman said softly, "are you happy here?" Amanda froze. She did not know what to say. If she spoke the truth, and her aunt heard, she would be beaten later. If she lied, maybe this woman would leave. Aunty Ifeoma bent down to her level. "You are safe with me," she said gently. "Tell me the truth." Amanda's lips began to shake. At first, no words came out. Then suddenly, like water from a broken pot, everything poured out. She talked about waking up before everyone. She talked about not going to school. She talked about being beaten. She talked about not eating well. She talked about being called orphan. She talked and cried and cried. Aunty Ifeoma's eyes filled with tears. When Amanda finished, she felt both scared and light, like a heavy stone had been removed from her chest. The woman hugged her tightly. "You are not an orphan in this world," she whispered. "God sees you." Inside the house, Aunty Ronke was peeping through the curtain. When they came back inside, the air felt heavy. Aunty Ifeoma stood straight. "I want Amanda to come and live with me," she said calmly. Silence filled the room. "What?" Aunty Ronke said loudly. "Why?" Aunty Ifeoma said, "My husband died years ago. I have space. I have enough. I want her to go to school." Uncle Bode looked uncomfortable. "That is not necessary," he said quickly. "She is fine here." Amanda looked at him in shock. "Fine?" Aunty Ifeoma did not argue. "I will handle the school fees, clothes, everything. You will not spend 1 naira. That made Aunty Ronke quiet. Uncle Bode looked at his wife. They did not love Amanda, but they also liked the free help she gave them. After some minutes, Uncle Bode spoke. If that is what you want, you can take her. Amanda could not believe her ears. Just like that? Aunty Ronke forced a smile. Yes, take her. She will only cause us trouble later. Amanda felt pain at those words, but she also felt something bigger. Freedom. That evening, Amanda packed her small bag again. This time, her hands were shaking in a different way. She picked up the photo of her parents carefully. She walked out of the house without looking back. No one hugged her. No one said sorry. No one said they would miss her. Only Mama Titi from next door waved quietly and whispered, God go with you, my child. Amanda entered Aunty Ifoma's car. As the car drove away, Amanda watched the house become smaller and smaller. She did not cry. She just held her photo and whispered, Mama, Papa, maybe things will be better now. When they reached Aunty Ifoma's house, Amanda's mouth opened wide. It was not a palace, but it was neat. It was peaceful. The windows were clean. Inside, the sitting room smelled fresh. This is your home now, Aunty Ifoma said gently. Amanda looked around like she was dreaming. Come, the woman said. Let me show you your room. Room? Amanda had never had her own room before. They entered a small but clean room. There was a bed, a real bed, with soft mattress and pillow. Amanda touched the bed slowly like it might disappear. This is for me? She asked. Yes, Aunty Ifoma smiled. Amanda's eyes filled with tears again. That night, she slept on a soft bed for the first time in many years. But she did not sleep quickly. She kept waking up, afraid someone would shout her name. But no one shouted. The next morning, she woke up early by herself. She rushed out. I will sweep, she said quickly. Aunty Ifoma laughed softly. No, my child. You are not here to suffer. We will all do housework together. Together? Amanda did not understand that word well anymore. After breakfast, Aunty Ifoma took her to a nearby school. The children were wearing clean uniforms. Amanda felt shy. Do you still remember how to read? Aunty Ifoma asked gently. Yes, Ma, Amanda said softly. I try to read my old books at night. The head teacher tested her. Amanda was nervous. But when she began to read, the words came back like old friends. The head teacher smiled. She is smart. Very smart. Aunty Ifoma paid her fees that day. Amanda received 2 uniforms and new sandals. When she wore the uniform for the first time, she stood in front of the mirror for a long time. She looked different. Not like a slave. Like a student. The first day in class, some children stared at her, but a girl named Chioma smiled at her. Sit here, Chioma said kindly. Amanda smiled back. For the first time in years, she felt like a child again. Days passed. Amanda worked hard in school. She read every book she saw. She asked questions. Her teachers liked her. At home, Aunty Ifoma treated her like a daughter. They cooked together. They prayed together. They laughed sometimes. One evening as they were eating, Amanda asked softly, Why are you so kind to me? Aunty Ifoma smiled. Because someone was kind to me when I was young and poor. And because your mother was my friend. And because God tells us to care for the weak. Amanda felt warmth in her heart. But sometimes at night, memories came back. She would remember the beatings, the hunger, the insults, and tears would fall again. Aunty Ifoma noticed. You have wounds inside, she said one day. But time and love will heal you. Amanda nodded. She wanted to believe it. One afternoon, while returning from school, Amanda saw something that made her stop. It was Uncle Bode. He was standing near a shop. He saw her too. For a moment, they both froze. Amanda felt fear rush back into her body. Uncle Bode walked toward her. You look fine, he said. Yes, sir, she answered politely. I hope you are not telling people lies about us, he said quietly. Amanda swallowed. No, sir. He looked at her school bag. Then he walked away. Amanda stood there shaking. That evening she told Aunty Ifoma. The woman's face became serious. Do not be afraid. You are safe here. But Amanda's heart was not fully calm. She knew some people did not like losing control. Weeks turned into months. Amanda came first in her class. During prize-giving day, her name was called loudly. She walked to the front and received a small book and a clap from everyone. As she looked at the crowd, she wished her parents were there. But she felt something else too. Pride. After the event, Aunty Ifoma hugged her tightly. I am proud of you, my daughter, she said. My daughter. Those words entered Amanda's heart softly. Life was not perfect. She still had bad dreams sometimes. She still jumped when someone shouted loudly. But slowly, the fear was leaving. One Sunday in church, the pastor preached about forgiveness. Amanda listened quietly. He said, forgiveness does not mean what they did was right. It means you are free from the pain. That night, Amanda sat on her bed with her parents' photo. She thought about Aunty Ronke. She thought about Uncle Bode. Her chest felt tight. I forgive them, she whispered slowly. But I will not go back. Tears rolled down her face, but this time they were not only tears of pain. They were tears of release. Years passed slowly. Amanda grew taller. She moved to secondary school. She loved English and civic education. She told Aunty Ifoma one day, I want to become a lawyer. Why? Aunty Ifoma asked gently. So I can help children who are suffering like I did. Aunty Ifoma smiled with wet eyes. You will, she said. One evening, news came that shocked Amanda. Mama Titi from her uncle's area came to visit. She brought sad news. Uncle Bode had lost his job. Things were now hard for them. Amanda listened quietly. She did not smile. She did not feel happy. She just felt quiet. That night, she prayed, God, help them. Change their hearts. Because pain had taught her something. Bitterness only makes the heart heavy. Love makes it light. Amanda continued to grow in wisdom and strength. She began to speak in church youth meetings. She told her story without shame. Some people cried when they heard. Some girls came to her later and said, I am also suffering in my uncle's house. Amanda would hold their hands and say, do not lose hope. God sees you. Her story became a small light for others. And one day, as she sat by the window reading her book, the sun shining on her face, she smiled softly. She had lost her parents. She had suffered. She had been treated like a slave, but she was not broken. She was still standing, and her story was still going on. Moral lessons from this story. No matter how dark your life becomes, never lose hope. God can send help when you least expect it. When you rise from pain, use your story to help others. Do not let suffering turn your heart into stone. Bible verse to learn from this story. Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. James chapter 1, verse 27. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, please like, comment, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us keep bringing amazing stories just like this. Until the next story, please stay safe and stay prayerful.